Hey YouTube family, it's Humberto from GrayLaw TV. Hope you're doing well. And I've been looking at videos quite often on the Visa Bulletin. They're very confusing, not very straightforward, not clear. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to make it simple, very clear on what the Visa Bulletin is and how you can use this Visa Bulletin to help you in your case. So with regard to the Visa Bulletin, what you need to understand is your priority date. That's the important part about the Visa Bulletin. Generally, when the Visa Bulletin gets to your priority date, that's when you're able to get the green card, okay? And we're gonna go into some detailed examples on exactly how it works and how it's done. Now, why is this so important? This is so important because you need to know when you are able to file either your NVC work, this is after your petition has been approved and it goes to NVC, or if you're in the US, when you can actually file your adjustment of status. That's why these dates are so important. So what I'm gonna do, let's walk through it, folks. First thing I want you to do is a Google search Visa Bulletin, okay? Then what's going to come up is travel.state.gov. This is the government website you want to go to. You don't want to go to another one. There's many others that aren't the official government State Department website. You want to be in that website, okay? You're going to have two boxes that come up. Now, typically on the 15th of the month, once a month, the Visa Bulletin changes. So for example, on August 15th, you're going to have August and September. So these change quite often. You want to keep up to date on exactly what the changes are and how they might affect you. All right, let's click on August. So what you're going to see is you're going to see 4 priority date boxes, okay? You're going to have 2 in the family-based case section, and you're going to have 2 in the employment-based sections. So what's important about this, both on the family and the employment, there's a final action date, okay? That's A, final action date, and then for employment, A, final action date. For all intents and purposes, it's the same idea, okay? What it is, this is when your priority date will become current. At the end of the day, this is the date that you're gonna get the green card. When this date gets to your priority date, you're gonna get the green card. We got an example coming, so don't worry. Let me just generally explain first. You have filing dates, all right? Now, filing dates are composed of 2 things. One date is for consular processing, and the second date is for filing an adjustment of status. Why is this so important? Because usually filing for consular processing, by the time you're eligible to file, and by the time you have your interview, it takes about, I would say all said and done, about a year. So if you look at the dates, and you're up to date on when you can actually start your NVC process, you can start that. So hopefully, by the time you get your interview at the US consulate, the case will be current under the final action chart, okay? And again, we're gonna go through examples on this. When can you file an adjustment of status? You cannot use that consular processing chart. It's a different chart, right? Why don't we go to the link, you click on it, and you're gonna have 2 things. You're gonna have current filing of adjustment of status and next month's filing of adjustment of status. This is really important, folks. So right now we are in August. Now we're in the filing of adjustment of status. For this month, August, you are still using for the current month, the July Visa Bulletin. If you look at next month's Visa Bulletin, you're actually looking at August, okay? So because the Visa Bulletin changes every 15th of the month, you're going to have times where you have to look at these different charts and understand it. For example, I'm going to give you a real example of a case. We're going to go through it step by step and you'll see what I mean, okay? It'll become very apparent, very clear to you. Now, if you look, there are 3 sections. There's the F2A. There's all family-based cases. That would be F2B. F3, married sons and daughters of US citizens, and F4, siblings, okay? So that's what you're gonna use for all other family cases, and then you have the employment-based cases, as you'll see below. So different charts for different types of cases. All right, so let's jump into it. Let me show you exactly how this works. All right, this is a real petition, all right? If you look on the petition, this is a family-based 2B petition of a permanent resident who's over 21 years of age. That's the F2B category. All right, first thing you're gonna look at, the priority date, right? You see his priority date is February 2nd, 2016. That's the date he filed this particular petition. So now what we want to do is we want to know, when can we file this case, right? So, last month I was looking, and if you look at the priority date, let's pull up the July chart. Let's go back to July 2020. His filing date was not current. The filing of the adjustment of status, and that's what we're looking at in this case, filing of the adjustment of status was February 1st, 2016. He was 1 day away from being eligible to be able to file. So what did I do? So I went to next month's Visa Bulletin, which is August, right? Will he be able to file his adjustment of status on August 1st? Let's look at the August dates. There you go. It's in March of 2016. So he can file his adjustment of status immediately. We had the case ready to go. On this coming week, we will file his adjustment of status. Why is this so important? Because he's currently on an F1 visa. With all the problems with the F1 visa, he wants to change to a more secure status, which will give him a work authorization permit and a travel permit. So he wants that as soon as possible. So we're filing this adjustment so he's able to get the work permit and the travel permit. He can continue going to school, but he can get a job as well. He can do a lot of other things by filing when he is initially eligible for this adjustment of status. That's why this is so important. Hey folks, I hope this made it a little easier to navigate this whole Visa Bulletin maze. And look at the video time and time again. Even if this is 6 months from now, you'll be able to use what I've demonstrated to you to navigate through the government website and see when your date is current for filing either consular processing or filing of an adjustment of status. Most importantly, when it's current for you to get the green card as well. Hey, thanks for watching GrayLaw TV. Click below, like, and subscribe.